Hi, my name is Melissa, and I am the technology librarian at the St. Paul's Hollywood Library. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about online scrapbooking or how to make photo books. If you're like me, you at one time had all this paper and archival quality everything, and you took the pictures, you sent them to the photomat, got them printed out, and then you cut them and made these beautiful scrapbooks. And then once digital photos became popular, I just kind of stopped because I didn't have the printed photos ever. But I've recently started, well, the past few years, making photo books and ordering them. I use a company called Shutterfly, but there's a lot of good ones. Snapfish, Google Photos will do it. And many, I'm sure there's many that do them, but I'll be showing you how to do it using Shutterfly today. And we're just going to make some scrapbooks, and they come out, see, quite thin, and I do kind of one a year, just scrapbooks, just kind of like I used to, but they aren't all big and thick like they were. So I've got quite a stack. I did like theater ones. You can do ones for trips or special events. I did a wedding one when my daughter got married. That I think turned out really nice. Anyway, I'll hang on. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so here I am all logged into Shutterfly. You see it recognizes me. You do have to have an account, and I've clicked on photo books. So that's what I'm shopping for today. So I can scroll down and look, they do start at $9.99. We can browse styles. Some other choices are that they will do instant books, like you just go at your photos and it arranges them for you. And they'll also design it for you, which is free. That service is free right now. I think you still probably have to pay for your photo book, but that's free right now, so that's a good deal. But let's go browse some of the styles. Okay, so we can look at some. They have one all special for 2020. Let's do a quick view of that. We can kind of glance through and see what those styles look like. They look really cute. And I'll just X out of that. We'll look at a couple more here. One, making memories. Let's see what that looks like. Very basic, looks like. Let's find one that has a little bit more something. Elegant ombre watercolor. Let's do Celebrate Family by Float. Yeah, whatever that is. Okay. Now we'll look quickly at the price. 20 pages included. Additional pages are $1.59 each. Little sale. We can change our book sizes. I usually do 10 by 10. It does change the price a little bit. We can also, though, if we wanted to do a soft cover book, that's going to be a little cheaper there. So let's go ahead and choose this style. And I'm not going to do that. All right. So now it brings us to this page. The very first step, of course, we need to add photos. So our choices here, it'll choose from the computer. You can actually store photos on your Shutterfly if you've already got some. In fact, you can actually set it so that it will upload straight from your phone. Art Library, Google Photos, Facebook, Instagram. I'm just going to choose some from my computer. So I'll click on Choose Photos, and it's looking on my flash drive. So I'll select those photos, scroll down, and use Shift to click on that last one and say Open File. And it's uploading them very quickly. 48 selected, so I'm going to go ahead and choose Add. Building my project, and then first thing it wants to know is would I like some help? Does it want me to go ahead and add those photos for me, or does it just want to be blank and I add them by hand? So it does recommend the top one, so I will choose that, and it pretty much builds my project. Now it's not done. See, this is my cover right here. If I want to add some text, I can click in there and we'll just say Hatch Family. And I can choose the color. If I want it to be that blue color, maybe I want it to be centered. I can change the font size a little bit. Looks good. So I'll say, okay, there was another one here. Let me put 2020. And we'll make that bigger. And I want to go with that blue color. Well, maybe that color. I'll center it too. I think it needs to be much bigger. Okay, that's... And I don't actually like this photo very much. That's not very good for my cover photo, so I'm going to remove that. And here's one with most of my family. And maybe we need to crop that a little bit. And that'll have to be our cover for this year because we just don't have a lot of pictures of us this year. So there's our cover. We can look through at some of these and see they just randomly, I think they choose the picture with the most people in it. That was a backyard prom that we had. But we can kind of look through here and see what we've got going. There's also different layouts that you can choose. And you see, we aren't done with this. Her head's all chopped off. We can move that around. But maybe we want to change backgrounds. Maybe that would be a more fun background, or that would be more fun. And there's different embellishments that you can add. Like maybe over here we should put some stars. So I click over here on the page, and then I'll add some confetti. And I can click on that and make it larger or move it around. I'm in the advanced editing. Once I clicked on that, it was getting a little advanced. So I can just turn that off to get back to the regular editing section. And there's also idea pages. So if you just kind of get stuck, you can go and click and it'll give you some ideas over there. I don't actually use that very much. One thing I do want to show you is here in embellishments, there's stickers like that confetti that I put on, or celebrate every day, and it shows there. I can add that. There's also ribbons and frames. I like to use the frames quite a bit. I'm going to get out of advanced editing. Click here. Maybe I want to add a little yellow frame. And so you kind of see how that gets going. I'm going to stop recording for just a second and set up another page so you can see how that works a little bit. Okay, so what I've done is I removed those stickers and those photos, and I've decided that I want to make a page for my daughter's graduation because we need to make a big deal out of that. So let's first off, I need to find a layout. What I've done, you know what, let me talk about this for a second. This is where you can keep track of the price of your project. As you add pages, the price will go up. And sometimes not all of the backgrounds and not all of the stickers and those features, sometimes they have an extra price. So I can add pages, add photos, which I actually did just a few minutes ago to add some more pictures of her graduation. If you want to, add a text box, like maybe I think this page should have a text box, I can do that. Same with the photo area if I just want to add a photo. If you don't like something you've done, you can undo and move to full screen or whatever. So we already, you see, we are in the edits part. So we've got style. Storyboard is actually really helpful. You can move photos around from here and kind of do your storyboard. But we're here in the edit. And then you can also arrange, which I'll show you in a few minutes. Well, maybe I should go show it to you right now. Yeah, get started. So if I want to maybe switch the order of these two, I can just switch them around, and that didn't do it. Now they're moved around. And maybe I just really don't want this entire page. I can get rid of that page. And so that is helpful there. So let's go back to the edit part. Oh, now it's got me in the wrong. Let me go back to arrange. I got to go back to that blank one that I'm on here. Let's go back to edit there. Okay. So first off, I want to change the background. Well, let's do layout first. And I want to do a spread. Now, I think I have 5 pictures in my spread, so I'm going to scroll down to where I start to see room for 5 pictures. Looks like this is a 5-picture one right here. So let's click that. That looks pretty good. We can do that. And I'll go ahead and move my photos up here into those spots. I can just find them down below and drag them up. Here we are. There's a picture of her. Here she is getting her diploma. And these orange dots that show they're already used, you can actually hide them if they're getting in the way, but it's in a different spot. But we'll put it up here. And maybe we need to move this. Yeah, that looks better because I was getting that orange. Did I talk to you about that? That orange thing right there that shows that it has low resolution and won't print well. So I can actually, maybe I'll switch it with that one. And then we need to move that a little bit just so we can see her better. And I think that looks pretty good. Maybe we can switch that back out because that was kind of cool how they had them. Okay. Now let's go find a background. And I've already looked at these and, well, maybe that one would be okay, but you can also search and find different ones. Maybe let's see if we can find gold. Gold might look pretty with this. And see if it has the S, that means they're extra. Let's try, that might be kind of cool. Let's add that to the project. And it's going to be up at the top. If I scroll up to the top, I can click on that. It's actually not my favorite, but I'm going to go with it. Okay, so let's add some embellishments. And we can do stickers, which we tried before. So let's go on and look at ribbons. And there's some, oh, maybe that one will look nice. Wide charcoal. So let's try that. Now it's going to come in. I've moved into the advanced editing again. But let's play with this. Advanced editing lets you play with the sizes of things. Come back. Okay, now it is obviously it's blocking everything. That's just in the way. That's not going to work. So while it's selected, I can just send it to the back. Okay, now it's back there away. And maybe that's working. I don't know, maybe I'll put it down. Or maybe I'll get rid of it completely. I don't know. It's about the only one. Of course, I can go find more ribbons. Maybe I want something to match one of her awards. And I use frames a lot. Like, I think this would look good if we added frames to those. I always think that gives a little bit of definition, and I like that. Okay, I'm going to move out of advanced editing. And that's not a bad spread. What we are missing is text. That layout, lots of times they come with the text. This one did not. So I'm going to add a text box. It will take me back into advanced editing, and there it is. Let's move it over here. And I'll go out of advanced editing. I can select it, and then I can do oh, and it doesn't quite fit, but no worries. And I can change this the color there. Maybe I want to go green. Say okay, I'm going to click on it. I'm going to go into advanced editing though, because I want to make that a little bit. There we go. Move that around a little bit. Okay, and I'm not sure. I probably wouldn't do that if I actually, oh, I have an idea. Let's, actually, is there gold? There's a yellow. That looks a little better. But if I move back into advanced editing, maybe I can put it along the side there. And that is going to tell me it's too close to the edge, it might not print. But since I'm not going to worry about that right now for our purposes today. So there I made my page. And I might like to play with that some more. In fact, excuse me, but it looks okay for us today. So then we could go on to our other pages and work with those and add text boxes and, you know, move photos around, add photos, and whatever we wanted to do there. And then, so I can look up here and, oh yes, because I deleted a page, so my price went down a little bit. It saves as you work, so you don't need to worry about that. And just works out really well that way. Let's go back to the front here, at least to the page. So that is just the basics of how to make a Shutterbook or a Shutterfly photo book. And like I said at the beginning, there are a lot of other options and ways for you to do that in different companies. But it's fun, and it's a way to keep your memories and print them out if that's what you like to do. Thanks for joining me today.